Now in Good Morning Northwest, after less than a year and a half in office, a Spokane City Council member steps down. What Lily Navarrete says about her decision to resign from representing District 2.
And we are drying out after a rainy night last night. And for a few of us, there's more rain to come, where you should plan for more wet weather this afternoon.
After a devastating year with no cherries or peaches, Green Bluff farmers are seeing something they haven't seen in a long time. Trees loaded with fruit. How Mother Nature is making a big comeback and what this means for your summer plans. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, May 20th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray and your first alert weather forecast. How's it going?
Well, I tell you what, if you were in Airway Heights, you got woken up late last night by some thunder and lightning. But things are much quieter now after some good rain across the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. And we got more rain we're going to be tracking today. And in fact, we've got some stuff on radar right now as we head towards the U.S.-Canada border. So areas north of Northport, north of Medellin Falls, seeing some light rain right along the borderline here. And this is going to be one of the areas we're going to be watching throughout the day for more shower and even by the afternoon thunderstorm development. And so you can see here as we head towards 10 in the morning, well, we got some sunshine in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, just like we're seeing right now. But up north from Republic to Bonners Ferry and areas south to perhaps as far south as Deer Park later in the day, we're going to be looking for these pop-up showers. And as we head into the afternoon, they'll get vigorous enough to where they may drop a few lightning bolts from time to time. And that is what our day is going to look like. Partly cloudy for the afternoon and continuing to see those showers in our northern communities. It's not going to be our last chance of rain for the week, but things are definitely headed in a much warmer direction. We'll take a closer look at that as we preview your Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Matt, thanks. Well, there's a new ordinance in Spokane that allows neighbors to temporarily close certain streets for recreational use and community gatherings.
Yeah, last night, the City Council passed the Play Streets and Neighborhood Block Party program. Council member Kitty Klitsky released a statement on the ordinance saying true safety begins with knowing your neighbors. This ordinance provides a unique opportunity for residents to unite and create a supportive network that enhances our collective well-being. The Play Streets ordinance promotes safer neighborhoods and community-oriented engagement through active neighborhood engagement and connection. The ordinance passed unanimously.
We are following breaking news out of Spokane City Hall. Council member Lily Navarrete has announced that she is stepping down from her District 2 seat. Her last day will be June 30th. Navarrete released a statement saying, "I am confident that the council will continue to thrive without me, and I have complete faith in the team to tackle any challenges that come their way." She was appointed to the council last year and already said back in March she wouldn't run for re-election due to health reasons. With her stepping down early, the City Council will appoint someone to fill her seat until the November election. We'll keep following this story and bring you updates as they come in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Thanks, Hannah. The walk to school is getting safer for students near Francis Scott Elementary.
Construction crews are now adding new sidewalks, but that means part of Hartson Avenue is closed this week. Crews are installing sidewalks on Hartson between Freya and Havana. A first for this stretch of road. Spokane Public Schools says most kids in that area don't ride the bus, so these new sidewalks and curbs will make their walking route safer.
People will be safer, and it just makes it easier to get around the neighborhood. I do see a lot of kids walking to school past my house and coming down this way, so it's kind of nice to know that they don't have to like sprint across the street to feel safe to get to school.
The city expects Hartson to reopen later this month. Crews plan to finish the entire project in July before students return for the new school year.
A summer day at Green Bluff is a treasured tradition for many of us, picking fruit and making memories. Yet last year, the bluff only held memories of cherries and peaches.
Many growers lost most, if not all of those crops, something some have never experienced before. Now this year, those memories may not be the only way to relive that juicy bite. In a story you're seeing first here on Good Morning Northwest, our Hunter Bertram reports from the bluff on how your summer plans will be sweeter than ever this year.
A year ago, if you were to walk through these cherry trees at Green Bluff, it would have been hard to find a single bud on any of these branches. However, this year, these trees are telling a very different story, and so are the peaches. Rushing winds howl across the orchards of Green Bluff, the trees telling their own stories. This year, a story of nature's comeback.
We did have a different story last year at this time.
No peaches and no cherries.
Correct.
Last year's footage, budless branches. A deep freeze early in winter shocked these trees, leaving Bluff growers without a cherry or peach harvest. But with
optimism that hopefully there'll be a nice crop there next year.
It was a first for many growers.
This is the first year we actually had 100% loss on 2 different crops, which was brutal.
And farming comes with setbacks, but this was a tough blow. I checked back in.
This year, totally different story. The peach trees are just roped and loaded.
So much so, branches hang low, even needing to be thinned.
It's something that we're going to have to do a lot of this year, just because there's almost too many on the tree right now that the tree can't support that much weight when you're looking at all the peaches on this little tree here.
The cherry trees are also loaded.
Really makes us feel good to know that the trees did survive a pretty hard hit, but they, like all of us, they're resilient and they come back and they'll provide for us again.
This story is seen across Green Bluff. Craig earlier with Big Barn says his harvest should be one of the best yet. Same story at Beck's Harvest House.
Providing the rest of the summer progresses like it, we hope it will. There should be a lot of fruit out here for everyone.
Despite a rough year, Green Bluff now covered in green buds. A sigh of relief for these growers and a sight of a promising juicy bite this summer. I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.
If you are looking to get out on the bluff, Beck's Harvest House, you heard from Todd earlier, he says that they open for the season on Friday.
But a number of the other farms up there are open now, and others open on June 1st. You can find all the information on them at greenbluffgrowers.com. Lots of fun memories to be had.
It is now just about 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray. Probably not the best Green Bluff day today.
No, but I tell you what, they're going to be busy this weekend.
Yes.
And, you know, we won't have 3 a.m. snow like we saw look out past this morning. Things definitely headed in a more late spring direction in your extended forecast. That sunshine's going to help us feel a lot warmer today than yesterday. More on your extended outlook through Memorial Day weekend coming up.
A new law aims to make Washington schools safer during emergencies. How Alyssa's law could protect your children coming up.
And President Trump claims a breakthrough in the Ukraine war during a 2-hour call with Vladimir Putin. But is peace really on the horizon? The details of their conversation, that's right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
4 News Now Teens in Crisis coverage began with Sarah, a 12-year-old who died by suicide at a Spokane hospital. How did this happen inside a locked facility? Kirsten O'Connor investigates. Tonight at 6, only on 4 News Now.
The Good Feet store just really helped me out. I mean, they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. Then it was like, okay, this is something special.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza. The staff here is so friendly.
It's the best in the Northwest.
It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
The central dog wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean too.
My car is a big investment for me, and so if I want it done right, I take it to Car Wash Plaza for the touchless wash.
Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
Finding help and hope for teens in crisis. This week on 4 News Now.
At 6:10, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Trump says he is pushing for peace in Ukraine, spending 2 hours on the phone with Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday.
Trump hoping to get answers on when the war in Ukraine might end. No timeline was offered, but Trump claimed that both sides agreed to start talks on a ceasefire. The Kremlin says a truce deadline was not discussed, and Trump now says that it's up to Ukraine and Russia to negotiate terms. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says that he wants a full ceasefire, prisoner exchanges, and the return of children taken to Russia. Overnight, both countries reported new drone attacks.
Washington State Governor Bob Ferguson signed Alyssa's Law into effect Monday. The bill requires school districts to coordinate emergency plans with local first responders and ensure schools have at least one piece of technology that can be used in an emergency. Alyssa's Law was named after Alyssa Allendeff, who was killed during the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. It passed the Washington legislature unanimously.
10-second takeaway today for your forecast. Showers going to return to our northern valleys today. Then we'll end up with clearing skies before a nice Wednesday, but chilly temperatures overnight. We'll take a closer look after this.
Enjoying our local trails by hiking doesn't come without any risks. We first told you about how first responders rescued 4 teenagers stranded on a cliff near Stevens Creek Trailhead in Spokane Valley over the weekend. Crews say changing weather made for a challenging climb, so now they're offering advice to other climbers. Spokane Valley Fire released these photos of crews rescuing the teens from the cliff Sunday morning. Spokane Valley Fire, Spokane County Fire District 8, and Search and Rescue all worked together to bring those teenagers down safely. With summer hikes ahead, they're reminding everyone to be prepared.
People need to be prepared for what those changing weather conditions are. They need to bring warm clothes because they may be out all night. It took us several hours to extricate these folks off of the rock.
If it's raining like we've seen the last couple of days here, Fire Chief Lonnie Rash advises you to stick to the trails and stay off those rocks. They can get slippery and dangerous.
Yeah.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12.
How do you talk to your kids about mental health? Experts say starting these conversations early is critical for your child's development. Coming up, we'll share simple strategies every parent needs to know.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I'm JJ. I'm Tyler. We're with Kiona Vineyards, and we're here at Yokes Fresh Market. Our grandparents planted the first vineyard on what would become Red Mountain. Some of our legacy cultivars include Cabernet Sauvignon, Lemberger, and Chenin Blanc. The Lemberger is really exciting, right? It has really high red and blue fruit profile to it. We are a big little winery. Yokes has been a beautiful match for us culturally.
Check out Kiona Wines at Yokes Fresh Market.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join STCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, some like it hot. And the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
Hot Wheels fans, are you ready for the all-new Blowing Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks fly, crash, and smash with all new stunts and featuring the world premiere of Galasaurus with thrilling freestyle motocross and the fire-breathing robot Arctic Gun. Meet the Hot Wheels monster trucks up close at the pre-show party. Save big with special kids ticket prices. Get your tickets now.
Welcome back. It's now 6:15. It is a critical part of overall well-being. Mental health plays a role in how we think, feel, and act. And experts say caregivers and parents greatly influence the development of a child's mental health habits.
This week, we're shining a light on the mental health crisis facing our teens. And today, we're learning more about how to talk to children about their mental health so we can help set them up for success.
You take care of their physical health, and experts say it's just as important for parents to help children develop good mental health.
It's natural for us to not bring things up until it's top of mind or until it's a problem. The issue with that is that kids are looking to us. They need a guide.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says when parents talk about mental health, be open and honest. If it's never talked about, that's sending a message that it's off limits. Instead, she says create a comfortable space where kids can ask questions, talk about feelings, and grow into adults who do that. She says to normalize these conversations.
Validate their questions, their curiosity, their confusion, whatever feelings they have, validating that experience. That's what creates a sense of safety.
Baumstein says it's also important to use age-appropriate language that's clear and concise so that it doesn't feel like it's over their head. She says also check for clarity, making sure a child understands. And finally, Baumstein says to encourage them to not only ask for help, but to receive it. And she says a good way to do that is by modeling it yourself.
Show them that it's okay to talk to a friend, lean on someone for support. It's also okay to get help from a licensed professional.
And Baumstein says it's important to have conversations about mental health before a problem arises so that children are prepared to handle what comes their way. And she says focusing on mental health when they're young will help them make it a priority when they grow up. Now, this story is all part of our week-long coverage dedicated to mental health when it comes to our kids. An expert from the National Alliance on Mental Illness will join us on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock Thursday to answer your questions. What do you want to know about talking to your children about mental illness? Send us your questions to news4@kxly.com with the subject line Teens in Crisis. Then watch 4 News Now at 6 o'clock on Thursday. We'll try to answer as many questions as we can.
All right, there is a live look.
Beautiful.
Ooh, so gorgeous.
Sunshine.
Okay, will we see that today? Matters. It's just like a teasing us.
More often than not.
Okay.
More often than not. Definitely going to be cloudier this afternoon, but it's not going to be the kind of drizzly weather we saw yesterday afternoon, the storms we saw last night. Things are going to be a lot calmer in most of the Inland Northwest. Not all. Still going to be some places that see some gross weather from time to time. So let's take a look. 42 degrees. You can see the clouds that were around earlier this morning. They are clearing away as we look out to the west and to the south from our studio here in downtown Spokane. 42 degrees right now. We will be trying to make a run at 60 later today. Now, that will be a tough task in many parts of North Idaho with a little bit more cloud cover today and a chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms this afternoon. Now, generally, that's going to be in our northern communities. So from Colville to Medellin Falls, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, Newport, the Chewelah area, even as far south as Spirit Lake, Blanchard, and Deer Park. That's where we're going to be looking for the best chance for wet weather today, especially as we head past 10 a.m. and then especially after we get past the lunch hour. I'll have kind of a medium chance here as you head further west towards where some of these storms are going to start to pop up in Ferry and Okanagan counties, and just a small chance of the occasional sprinkle for Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and through the Idaho Panhandle. So most of us, our day's going to look like this. Building clouds throughout the day, but not much comes along with it. It'll be a little breezy from time to time as well this afternoon, and our highs will be right around 60 degrees. So it'll be a little bit cooler in North Idaho, especially up north where we'll only have upper 50s for highs today. We'll see upper 60s in Moses Lake, just a sign of things to come. Same with the LC Valley, high of around 67. So just a tiny bit warmer. We'll see much more warming later on. Our lows tonight will be at the edge of the frost zone in many areas. Colville at 34, will be at 38 in Sandpoint and in Pullman, 39 St. Mary's and Kellogg. So hey, be proactive, not reactive. You got those sensitive plants. If you live in a higher bench around Spokane or Coeur d'Alene, cover those things up just to be safe. This will be now 10 days of below average temperatures in this blue color here so far. So it's been a while since we have seen warmer weather. Well, guess what? It is on the way. You know, we have an average of about 4 80-degree days in the month of May. We've had one so far. How about let's make it 2? That's going to be on Memorial Day Monday, high of around 80 degrees. A little bit unsettled through Friday, but once we hit Saturday, man, things are going to be looking way up. So, yeah, really excited. The timing could not be better for this next warm-up, and people are going to be out.
Yeah, they are.
People are going to be out.
Golfing, boating, hiking,
barbecuing, all the things.
It's going to be busy out there.
That'll be so fun.
Sure is.
All right, thanks, Matt.
It is now just about 6:21.
Well, it's a special week for us here at 4 News Now. We're dedicating time in each newscast to talk about teen mental health.
And coming up, the important role these two play in local schools, focusing on suicide prevention and mental health wellness. You'll meet Angela and Tank. Yep, Tank just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This year, make it a summer to remember and get your toys ready for the great outdoors from the pros at Snows Auto. Check out the best brands of stereos and professional window tints. 20% off at Snows Auto.
You would never go years without changing your oil. Did you know not maintaining your water heater can cause serious issues? Sediment can reduce efficiency, causing higher energy bills, leaks, and water heater failure. Sediment also causes bacteria that impacts water quality. And annual flush is the best defense against costly damage to your home, health, and wallet. Right now, Gold Seal Plumbing is offering an $89 water heater flush to keep your home and family safe and worry-free. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
4 News Now Teens in Crisis coverage began with Sarah, a 12-year-old who died by suicide at a Spokane hospital. How did this happen inside a locked facility? Kirsten O'Connor investigates. Tonight at 6, only on 4 News Now.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
When it comes to buying used vehicles, we know that there's a lot of options for you out there.
Make Colville Toyota your first option for quality used vehicles.
Before our cars hit the lot, we inspect and repair any issues that we may find. We care about our customers and our cars, and it shows with the extra TLC that we put into them.
If you're in the market for a new, used, or certified vehicle, come to Colville Toyota and buy with confidence.
Because we're your small town dealership with a big heart.
Welcome back at 624. We continue our coverage of teens in crisis. A local nonprofit is making it its mission to focus on teen mental health and preventing teen suicides. Angela Southerly is here with me, and Tank. We'll talk about Tank here in just a little bit. You created Light a Lamp. Tell us about your organization. It's really impressive.
Thanks, Robin. Light a Lamp nonprofit started as a small charity in 2014. We really just wanted to be there for vulnerable groups throughout Spokane dealing with grief or illness or people that should be recognized for their inner strength. And so we say we shine light into lives with a gift from the heart. What makes us unique is that we offer something tangible with supporting other individuals along with our connection groups.
Yeah, so you have a lot of different kind of prongs that you focus on, but one of the main ones is preventing teen suicide.
It is our primary and largest program we like to call Project Lift Up, which is under Light a Lamp's umbrella. And yes, it is to prevent suicide. It is to then prevent self-harm, harm to others. It's a mental health support program. And we are in 25 schools and growing.
It's incredible. And what do you do in those schools?
Yeah, so Project Lift Up is a twofold program. So we actually supply students with mental health packs that include mental health resources as well as hygiene items and lots of supporting tools, anti-anxiety tools and things. So these mental health packs go to counseling departments. They then give them to students in need. And then the second part of Project Lift Up is our connection piece. We call it Kindness Mission. And this is a 3-week program where we go in and we partner with ASB or Hope Squads or just kids in leadership. And this 3-week program is really to get kids to practice social skills, increase confidence, decrease bullying, ultimately to prevent suicide. He does help. He helps. He's been in training. And he's doing really, really well. So he's visited schools like NC when we do deliveries, but he's actually going to be going into our kindness missions when we're really working with the kids.
So great.
Yeah.
He's going to be a huge, huge boost.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a lot of ways that people can help. We don't have much time left, but you have a fundraiser coming up, and that is really important to keeping your mission going, and I'm thrilled to be part of it.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about your event coming up.
Thanks, Robin. We're so excited to have you at the event. June 20th, Barrister Winery, and this is how we raise our funding for an entire year for our mental health program for youth and our other mental health programs. Barrister Winery.
It's fun, music, great program. It's just a lot of fun. Lightalamp.org to get tickets, and we're super excited. Thanks for bringing Tank in.
Yeah.
Hey, we will be back with much more, and as we head to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new twist in the Karen Reed murder trial. Reed, accused of backing her Lexus SUV into her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, leaving him to die in the snow. Prosecutors examining GPS data and clocks on both Reed's SUV and O'Keefe's phone. A digital forensics expert testifying that O'Keefe's phone stops moving at the same time Reed leaves in her SUV. This is a change from original reports which showed O'Keefe's phone taking steps after Reed's SUV left.
How many times in your career, sir, have you submitted a supplemental or amended report in the middle of trial?
This would be the only one that I recall.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you what's next in Karen Reed's retrial. Plus, legal expert Dan Abram weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better. So this is better. That too. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Dupixent's not for sudden breathing problems. It helps prevent asthma attacks. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue or throat swelling, wheezing or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Vineyard Park at South Hill, now open for independent living, assisted living, and memory care.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
This Memorial Day at the Tin Roof, get 30% off store-wide. All the best brands at 30% off. Custom dining, custom living, custom bedroom, everything's 30% off. Hurry in for Memorial Day savings only at the Tin Roof.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now Story Tracker. It's following the stories people are reading about online this morning.
Lyle and Eric Menendez will have to wait until the end of August to go before a parole board. The brothers were convicted of murdering their parents in 1989 and sentenced to life in prison with no parole. That sentence was adjusted last week to 50 years to life in prison, but with the possibility of parole. Parole hearings were set for June. Those have been delayed now until August 21st and 22nd.
The son of social media influencer Emily Kaiser has died in a backyard pool drowning in Chandler, Arizona. The 3-year-old named Trig is the first child drowned in Maricopa County this year. Safety experts say most child drownings in Arizona happen in swimming pools, and simple steps like high door locks and door alarms can prevent these tragedies. Last year, 19 children died in that area. Advocates urge families to learn CPR and always designate a pool watcher during these gatherings.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Tuesday, May 20th. Let's start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray to look at our first alert forecast. Looks a lot calmer out there now than maybe overnight.
Yeah, overnight it was quite busy, and maybe a few of you got woken up if you went to bed early. 42 right now, and some clear blue skies moving in over Spokane. This was last night. Lots of lightning in Airway Heights and some good, solid, much-needed rain that pushed across Spokane and Coeur d'Alene in the early morning hours. And we are still keeping an eye on some cloud cover and even a couple of showers that are still trying to keep themselves going over the Coeur d'Alene Mountains here on Live Radar this morning as we are looking now at a live view. Let's zoom in a little bit. Near the Hayden Lake area, just north of Garwood Road, we've got this little shower. It was right over that area on the north side of Hayden Lake, now beginning to track off into the mountains. Not really worried about that affecting most folks except for the bears and the moose here this morning. 4 things to know. For the most part, a drier Tuesday. However, up north of some of the areas we just talked about here, as you head towards Sandpoint, you head towards Deer Park and areas north of there, we're going to see a chance for more rain and even a rumble of thunder. We'll have chilly conditions overnight tonight, so gardeners got to keep an eye on those temperature forecasts as we update them through the day. And then a warming trend that I think you are going to like as we approach the weekend. All that coming up on my forecast.
Matt, thanks. Former President Joe Biden's late-stage cancer diagnosis is raising some new questions about his previous health screenings.
President Trump is now asking if the public could have been notified earlier when Biden was in office. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in D.C. with the details.
This morning, former President Biden's cancer diagnosis is drawing new questions about his health while in the White House.
I think people should try and find out what happened. Because
President Trump called Biden's cancer diagnosis sad while appearing to cast doubt on Biden's doctors.
Maybe it was the same doctor, and somebody is not telling the facts. That's a big problem.
Biden's team said doctors diagnosed him Friday with an aggressive form of prostate cancer after he experienced urinary symptoms and say the cancer had spread to the bones. President Trump now suggesting without evidence that the announcement was delayed.
I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time.
President Trump inaccurately referred to Biden's diagnosis as stage 9, a likely reference to his Gleason score of 9. That scale out of 10 measures how aggressive cancer cells appear to be. Biden's last physical as president was in 2024 when routine tests identified no new concerns. But medical records do not indicate whether he was given a PSA test, which detects prostate cancer. Men over 70 are typically not recommended for the test. That's because guidelines say many men of that age group will experience false positives and treatment complications.
So the screening test itself, the PSA, is an imperfect screening methodology for identifying the kind of prostate cancer that is most impactful and aggressive to men.
This all comes as Biden deflects criticisms sparked by a new book, Original Sin, which claims Biden's aides took steps to shield the public from his cognitive decline. Naomi Biden, the former president's granddaughter, slamming the book, calling it uninspired lies written by irresponsible, self-promoting journalists out to make a quick buck. Meanwhile, a prostate specialist at Duke University calls the timeline of Biden's diagnosis, quote, perfectly reasonable and not medically unusual. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Voters in Kootenai County will decide on several important funding measures today. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department is asking for a $16 million bond to upgrade emergency services as the area grows. The Post Falls and Lakeland School District are also asking voters to support levies that fund school safety and extracurricular programs, as well as fund students' participation in the Kootenai Technical Education Campus.
So the levy pays for all extracurricular activities and athletics. It pays for virtually all of our school safety, so think surveillance cameras, campus security, school resource officers, nursing, health room aides.
Polls are open today from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Kootenai County Elections Office wants voters to know that they can only cast their ballot at their assigned polling place.
As progress continues on the North Spokane corridor, you are invited to share your thoughts and get an update on how the project's going. Tomorrow, the Department of Transportation will host its final community discussion for the corridor. This meeting will showcase the top designs for the project, highlight upcoming opportunities to get involved, and learn more about the budget. The meeting will be held at the Liberty Park Library Wednesday evening at 5:30. You can also attend virtually. The link to join is in this story on KXLY.com.
Well, if you're driving through downtown Pullman today, give yourself some extra time to get where you're going. Telecommunications company Ziply Fiber is starting construction work near Autumn Street and State Street in downtown. The city of Pullman said the work will require traffic control and there'll be flaggers out there. No word on when things will be wrapping up. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:37.
All right, this morning you're dealing with some wet roads as you start.
That's right, wet roads out there, and not everybody's seeing sunshine just yet. Yeah, the sun's coming out in Spokane, but places like Cataldo here still waiting on that sunshine. You'll get some later today, but there'll also be more chances for showers in a few of our communities. We'll show you where and take a look at the week ahead coming up.
And Spokane's airport preparing for one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. What you need to know about arrival times and potential delays this Memorial Day weekend coming up.
And a major aerospace project in Airway Heights just lost $48 million in federal funding, while local businesses are still hopeful. And what happens next? We have that story coming up right after this break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
With an unsettling economy, Caritas Food Bank has new clients enrolling every day. Now serving over 500 households a month, it's time for the Extreme Team to help with Caritas's growth. 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Consumer Reports used road tests, owner surveys, and safety ratings to name Subaru their 2025 most reliable and best overall automotive brand, and the Outback a recommended model.
Drive a new Outback with 3.9% financing at AutoNation Subaru.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Good morning. We are starting with news that may impact you from the Breaking Now desk. If you're flying out of Spokane for Memorial Day weekend, get ready. It's going to be a busy one. The airport says this could be the start of the busiest travel season ever. That means longer lines and packed flights. Spokane International Airport is already seeing a big jump in travelers. Right now, departing flights from GEG are up 18% compared to last year. And it's not just Memorial Day. Airport officials say between June and July, more than 8,500 seats are scheduled to take off every day. The airport also expects over 4,000 people to go through security each day between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So if you've got a flight coming up, the advice is simple. Get to the airport at least 2 hours early, bring the right ID, and be ready for those new Real ID rules. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Federal funding was pulled from this planned American Aerospace Materials Manufacturing Center in Airway Heights.
But it still could get that funding back. The Trump administration pulled $48 million in funding from this project last week. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says the application process will open again with new selections expected in early 2026. Local businesses hope the tech hub will bring an economic boost to the area.
It affects every business that's out there, whether it's a grocery store, the new builders store out here. Those are all businesses that could have benefited from the influx of people in the area.
Representatives from the manufacturing facilities say they plan to re-enter the application process.
10-second takeaway here this morning for your forecast. Showers going to show up again for our northern valleys. And not everybody's going to dry out today. We will see drying out tonight. Clear and even a little bit chilly in many places.
All this week, we are focusing on a topic that greatly affects our community: teens in crisis. Sarah Niabona, a local 12-year-old, was one of those kids. Sarah was admitted to Providence Sacred Heart for help, but she somehow got out of her room and jumped from the parking garage. Yesterday, we showed you Hannah Joy's exclusive interview with Sarah's mom, who wants everyone to know who her daughter really was.
She loved to go with me everywhere. As soon as I leave the house, Mom, can I come with you? So she was very close to me.
To learn more about Sarah and her story, find this special report on KXLY.com.
And one of the biggest questions that remains about Sarah's death is how did she slip through the cracks of a psychiatric care, alone and unnoticed? We walk you through what happened inside Providence Sacred Heart the night Sarah died and what investigators are uncovering. That's tonight on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock. Good morning. Northwest time right now is 6:43.
You know him, you love him. Mark Peterson and the 4 News Now Extreme team are back in action this week, helping a local food bank expand its reach. How Caritas Food Bank's new location will serve more families in need. Mark gives us a look at day one after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save and 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Huh. Never a doubt. See our great selection of Tundras with backup assist technology and other advanced features at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Earn 3.5% APY. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend Checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime at the Last Stand Rodeo this Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 25th in Coulee City. Presented by Chess Ford and NextEra Energy Resources. Get your tickets online at laststandrodeo.com. Don't miss it.
Kerner Furniture's Memorial Day sale is in full swing.
So if you're looking for a new Lazy Boy, now is the time to buy.
Pick up the Collage Rocking Recliner by Lazy Boy. It looks great in every room.
The KC Rocking Recliner has a clean contemporary design with classic reclining comfort.
Shop our entire Lazy Boy selection and take advantage of Memorial Day pricing and our always guaranteed lowest Lazy Boy prices.
Make Kerner Furniture your go-to for Lazy Boy during our Memorial Day sale.
Win and save with Double Lucky Number Tuesday this week at Buy Mart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win Brawny paper towels. Plus, save with Tuesday-only pricing. Win and save with 70th Anniversary Double Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart.
4 News Now is brought to you by McVeigh Brothers.
It's 6:46. A Spokane Food Bank is expanding its operations with help from the 4 News Now Extreme team.
Caritas Food Bank, which is currently located next to the City Light Church, is moving to a larger facility at Ash and Wellesley. This food bank serves immigrants who are new to the area and people who are unemployed and facing financial difficulty. Our Mark Peterson gives us a look at how day one of the renovations went.
Now, this is a multi-phase project in this building because up above, they're going to have another nonprofit in there. So the church is changing this into a community center. So we're not the only game in town. But down here in the basement where Caritas is going to be located, due to previous water damage, we had to rip a lot of the wall front off and then replaster it. Also, there's a new bathroom upstairs, so they had to come downstairs with the plumbing. So all of that's going to have to be repaired. But of course, this room is going to get a paint job. This is going to be the main office for the executive director, Christine. So we're going to make sure this room's really cool. The issue is right now, it's a bit of a mess. We continue to paint. We continue to work on the interior and exterior. In fact, did a little cleanup as we're going to have to put a ramp inside to get the food from upstairs, from the parking lot down into it. We're going to have more on that for Tuesday. For the 4 News Now Extreme team at Caritas Food Bank, I'm Mark Peterson.
Yeah, we will be seeing Mark throughout the week.
So fun. Yeah. That's his element.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. So, boy, that's some long days there, but, you know, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Reveal. So,
for sure.
Hey, let's take a look at what's going on radar right now because there are some showers trying to keep themselves going here this morning. Those over the Coeur d'Alene Mountains, just one was right to the north here of Hayden Lake here, about 15 minutes ago. That's starting to move off and away from populated areas. Let's take a kind of a broader look here to where we're going to be watching for the rest of the day, which is up north, especially in northeastern Washington, where we already have some showers developing around the Northport area, Medellin Falls, Cascade, and tracking out into Ferry County here. So this is all going to be moving from west to east as we head through the rest of your morning. You'd see by late morning some of that wet weather trying to trickle down into the Colville area. And as we get through the rest of the day, even as far south as places like Deer Park, Spirit Lake, and Blanchard, that's probably our kind of southern extent of where I expect that most of the wet weather is going to end up today. The vast majority much further north. So Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, Newport, Priest River, into Pend Oreille County and down the Pend Oreille River. All those areas we're going to see off and on showers. We'll see a few lightning strikes as well with some of this rain for the afternoon. Could see 1 or 2 stray sprinkles around the LC Valley, but for the most part, it is going to be those northern counties we mentioned through your 8-9 o'clock time frame that are going to continue to see that light rain with the occasional rumble of thunder. Now, so what does that leave for the rest of us? Well, we end up with temperatures in the 50s and low 60s. We see the clouds gradually build throughout the day, but overall expecting a mostly dry kind of a Tuesday around our area. We're going to see some upper 60s for places like Moses Lake and the LC Valley. Across North Idaho with more clouds today, only upper 50s. But don't worry, there's a warming trend coming, but it comes after we clear out tonight and we get temperatures very close to those frosty levels. So make sure that you are covering the plants, especially in our northern valleys, if they are sensitive. We'll take a look at the warming trend that I think you are going to enjoy coming up after the morning sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU, here for good.
Celebrating 30 breathtaking years, one extraordinary show. The dance and music spectacular that took the world by storm and captured the hearts of millions. Riverdance. And now, experience the passion and energy of this mesmerizing show live on stage. Riverdance, the new generation. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, May 28th and 29th. Get tickets now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
The Open House Memorial Sale is on now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. See the top-selling motorhomes, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers from the nation's top brands. Tour our service centers, stock up in the parts department, and enjoy free barbecue Friday and Saturday. Every RV open and marked with a low sale price. Plus, adult beverages from Trailbreaker Cider House on Saturday. The Open House Memorial Sale on now at R&R RV Center in Liberty Lake.
From urgent AC repairs to full system replacements, Bill's Heating and AC has you covered. See why thousands of local homeowners trust us for fast, honest heating and cooling services. We offer free second opinions, a lowest price guarantee, weekend service, free equipment quotes, and upfront pricing with no surprises. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make this summer more comfortable than ever.
We run, we sweat, we walk, we talk to that sweet donut station at the end of the block. So join our Joya family, hurry, don't wait. Don't wait. You will have so much fun right out of the gate. So tie your shoes in, hurry, you don't want to be late to get those donuts all over your plate. Sprinkles, 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 sprinkles. Sprinkles, 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 sprinkles.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Our time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday with the morning sprint.
We got Matt Gray tracking some breezy winds and light showers throughout the day before a nice weekend warm up.
Yeah, and Hannah Joy in studio following some breaking news. Spokane City Council member stepping down. But first, there is a new ordinance in Spokane that allows neighborhoods to temporarily close certain streets for recreational use and community gatherings. Last night, the City Council passed the Play Streets and Neighborhood Block Party program. The City Council member, Kitty Klitsky, released a statement on the ordinance saying true safety begins with knowing your neighbors.
We are following breaking news out of Spokane City Hall. Council member Lily Navarrete has announced that she is stepping down from her District 2 seat. Her last day will be June 30th. She was appointed to the council last year and already said back in March she wouldn't run for re-election due to health reasons. With her stepping down early, the city will appoint someone to fill her seat until the November election. We'll keep following this story and bring updates as they come in.
And it will be a drier day for most of us in the inland northwest. That said, still going to see some scattered showers and even a thunderstorm or two today in some of our northern counties in far northern Idaho and far northeastern Washington, with just a very small chance of a sprinkle today around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. A slow warming trend with just a slight chance of an afternoon shower continues all the way through the end of the work week. We'll be right up around average for our temperatures by Friday, and then things really warm up for the weekend. Stay tuned. We'll show you that coming up.
Voters in Kootenai County will decide on several important funding measures today. The Coeur d'Alene Fire Department is asking for a $16 million bond to upgrade emergency services as the area grows. The Post Falls and Lakeland school districts are also asking voters to support levies that fund school safety and extracurricular programs. Polls are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Kootenai County Elections Office wants voters to know they can only cast ballots at their assigned polling place.
As progress continues on the North Spokane corridor, you are invited to share your thoughts and get an update on how the project's going. Tomorrow, the Department of Transportation will host its final community discussion for the corridor. The meeting will showcase the top designs for the project, highlight upcoming opportunities to get involved, and learn more about the budget. The meeting is at the Liberty Park Library tomorrow evening at 5:30. You can also attend virtually. The link to join in this story on KXLY.com.
If you're driving through downtown Pullman today, give yourself some extra time to get where you need to go. Telecommunications company Ziply Fiber is starting construction work near Autumn Street and State Street in downtown. The city of Pullman said the work will require traffic control and flaggers will be present there. No word right now on when things will wrap up.
The walk to school is getting safer for students near Francis Scott Elementary. Construction crews are adding new sidewalks, but that means part of Hartson Avenue will close this week. Crews are installing sidewalks on Hartson between Freya and Havana, a first for this stretch of road. Spokane Public Schools says most kids in this area don't ride the bus, so new sidewalks and curbs will make their walking route safer. The city expects Hartson to reopen later this month. Crews plan to finish the entire project in July before students return for the next school year.
Former President Biden's late-stage cancer diagnosis is raising some new questions about his previous health screenings. President Trump calling Biden's diagnosis sad, while asking if the public could have been notified earlier when Biden was in office. An in-depth look at this story is coming up in just a few minutes here on Good Morning America.
All this week, we are focusing on a topic that greatly affects our community: teens in crisis. Sarah Niabona, a local 12-year-old, was one of those kids. Sarah was admitted to Providence Sacred Heart for help and was supposed to be under surveillance, but she somehow got out of her room and jumped from the parking garage to her death. Yesterday, we showed you Hannah Joy's exclusive interview with her mother, who wants everyone to know who her daughter really was.
She loved to go with me everywhere. As soon as I leave the house, Mom, can I come with you? So she was very close to me.
To learn more about Sarah and her story, look for this special report on KXLY.com.
And one of the biggest questions that still remains about Sarah's death is, how did she slip through the cracks of psychiatric care, alone and unnoticed? We walk you through what happened inside Providence Sacred Heart the night that Sarah died and what investigators are uncovering. That's tonight on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock. And this story is all part of our week-long coverage dedicated to mental health when it comes to our kids. An expert from the National Alliance on Mental Illness will join us on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock Thursday to answer your questions. What do you want to know about talking to your kids about mental illness? Send your questions to news4@kxly.com.
The last look at weather right after this.
For News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops,
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
All right, the sun is shining in Spokane this morning, and we are going to see a much nicer day. We told you we were going to talk about the Memorial Day weekend forecast. Let's take it full screen. I want you to see this. I want you to soak it in. I want you to feel it, because things are going to be very nice. May see a sprinkle Saturday morning in a couple areas, but otherwise it is warming up, and it is going to be really, really nice as we wrap up that long holiday weekend. So things really looking up there.
I can almost feel the 80s, feel the high 70s.
This is what we have been waiting for. People with their boats ready to go in the water and barbecues ready to go.
I'm ready. Well, thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest with us today.
We'll see you throughout GMA. It starts now.